for today. Thank you for joining me. We're going to talk all about anxiety and messages. Is it just your anxiety or is it a message? I've spent the last 20 years working with the angels and the spiritual realm to help me overcome my own anxiety issues. And the angels have given me specific tools and techniques to extract the deeper meaning and the lessons out of things that feel like anxiety. If you're new to me, I've spent the last 20 years working with angels and everything spiritual. I have a deep love of what's behind the scenes, what's within a person. I was born with a gift called claircognizance, which is knowing without knowing. And that's not an easy gift to have because you don't have always a reason to know the information that you might know about someone. So my gifts were mostly around seeing energy around people, sensing when things were off. And those abilities were heightened in just the lifestyle that I had as a younger person. I was very independent and used my skills to get through some really hard things. And that's what I have set out to do in the world, is help you overcome and find the message in really hard things. It's been a tough few years for the whole world, and there is still a lot of magic in the angelic realm. There's still just as much miracles and healing available to you as there was before, and maybe even more so. So talking about anxiety and fear, when I did this poll on my Instagram, it's Shelly Marie 888 on Instagram, 100% of the people who responded said they had anxiety. What is anxiety? I didn't look it up, but I'm an expert because I've lived with it most of my whole life. Well, probably my whole life, really. Anxiety is excessive worry. Anxiety can cause a lot of adverse reactions. It takes away your clarity. It's hard to think. It's hard to feel self-confident. It's hard to know if you're doing the right thing. And before you know it, you're going round and round in your mind. So anxiety starts for me, and for most people that I know of, in the mind. It's the air element, if we're talking about tarot or angel tarot that I practice, where the mind is racing. You can't settle the mind down. And then the thoughts go faster and faster. And from there, the body starts to react. So it's the thoughts, and then the body starts to react. And before you know it, your energetic system is starting to shut down. You're losing your way. You're not able to move forward in the direction you need to go, much less even figure out what is right. And anxiety can be a tool for you to move forward with whatever you're going through. It's a hard thing to always have to worry about or think about or be managing, but you'll always be managing something anyway. And if you've known you've had anxiety and you're listening to this, it's really time to take a deeper look at yourself so that you can move in the direction you need to move, so you can hit your goals. If you're worried about other people, now other people can be the cause of anxiety. The people in your life who are ungrounded, maybe they are have different values than you do. Maybe they're not interested in healing. They seem to whiz through life, doing whatever they want, seemingly fearless. And you're over here with anxiety, worrying, and you're trying to help them and direct others. Maybe you're raising children. Maybe you manage a team of people. And maybe you're just trying to find your way right now in the world. But your anxiety can heighten around certain people. And there are many reasons for that. Sometimes it's an indicator, a message that that person is not healthy for you. And you're not meant to fix that person. You're not meant to manage other people. And in relationships and, I guess companies where you are together on a daily basis, I feel like we have taken on some responsibility for others, or you maybe want to make sure that everybody is the best they can be. So you try to help them by managing them or by offering advice, and they're not responding, or, the people that you're around, if they are negatively reacting to you, or you feel they are, or your anxiety is heightened, take a look at if you're trying to control them, or if you're giving unwanted help or advice. This is a time to say, you know what? I can't control anyone. And you've got to stop trying to help, trying to offer advice, and see what you can do for you that moves you in the direction that you need to move. So it's sometimes people are not good for you, and maybe you need to focus on them less. And that's step number one. Focus on other people less. They're not thinking about you as much as you think, but they might be affecting you. And if they're affecting you, simply tell yourself, all right, I can't change this person's behaviors. And you can call on their angels to help them and help you. So I will say, angels, please help so-and-so not throw me negative energy. Please help so-and-so on their path. Let me find the courage to work on what I need to work on right now. Thank you. It is so. And maybe if you're in a work environment, you have a big project due, or you have the idea that you want to advance in your career. You want to get to the top. So focus on the things that you can do that make you your best. What's going to make you shine? You don't have to worry about anyone else. Now, there'll be people who maybe are in competition with you, and that can be very disturbing. I like to reach for tools to help with my anxiety then. And after you do this, you'll really start to decipher the message of the bigger issue. So it's, your mind is racing, your body might be reacting. You're noticing when you're around certain people that you are nervous, or you just feel like you can't function, or you're worrying, or you're over speaking. So this is a time where you go, okay, this is an anxiety factor for me. Take a deep breath. First thing you do is release other people out of your mind. You've got to clear the mind. I like to envision Archangel Michael using his sword of light to sweep across my front body and back body to clear me. So you can do that just by mentally saying, Archangel Michael, please clear my mind of any worry and fear right now. Thank you. It is so. And then take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Your breath is really your first connection to your higher self, to your angelic team. Archangel Michael is the angel that's going to help you with fear. The second thing I like to do, which I didn't realize I had been holding, is a crystal healing. I like to reach for a tool to help me when I'm worried. I'll reach for a tool. I love a clear crystal on my desk. I have so many crystals. Hang on a second. We're going to take a little pause. The yard people showed up again. They're right outside my window, which we tried to reschedule that. There's a time of stress. You're like, breathe, send a text, and hopefully they'll get it, so that the background noise is like, all right. So the other thing I like to do is use a dark crystal. Anything dark can really help clear your fear. It can help ground you. Anything dark is going to bring you downward and help you clear your mind and body. So dark crystals are grounding. Now, if you're at work and you're around people who are bringing anxiety and stress, tools really can help. That deep breath, Archangel Michael, please cut and clear any fear from me right now. Thank you. It is so. On from that, for anxiety and worry, the angel to work with is Archangel Michael, because everything comes back to fear and worry. So when you have anxiety, and you notice that certain people heighten it, You can also take breaks from them. Lessen your interaction with the people who cause you stress, and then build a spiritual practice that can help you get your own clarity. Because once you're free of overthinking and trying to help people that don't want your help or bringing you stress, you can then get your own clarity. And maybe the clarity is that you really wanted a promotion, or you really wanted to start a new career, and you really don't maybe need to be there anymore. Maybe it's time for you to move on. So, it's a realization process that maybe it's not the perfect fit. Maybe you need to move on or move a different direction. Once you're out of that space, once you clear your space, you can think or feel. So taking a deep breath, ask your angels, please show me the next right decision, the next right move. Please help me let go of my anxiety, let go of my worry, and then see what you feel, think, and know in that moment. In that moment, there'll be soft messages that float by that are indicators of which way you should go. In this example, maybe thinking that you want to move on, that you want a different career. And the next angel that will come forward is usually Archangel Gabriel, and ask you, well, what's your passion? What do you really want to do? In this case, it's a career. You've outgrown it. The people are stressing you out. You're not functioning, and you've removed yourself. You've used your tools, and you're asking yourself, what do I need to do next? And it might be that a career change is coming, or that's what you desire. Some sort of change usually is the calling behind anxiety. And that change can be letting go of other people's energy, but it can be bigger. Like, what is your passion? Which way do you want to move in your life? Where have you fallen short of your ideal life? A lot of times we'll be so far off the mark from where we thought we'd be, but that doesn't mean that you have fallen short or that you're on the wrong path. It means you had some lessons to learn, and maybe your dreams have changed, but maybe it's time to reawaken them. Maybe you took a little diversion to do something else. Like, maybe you went into motherhood. Maybe you took some courses, you went to school, you did something in your life that was different, but this dream is still there, or where you thought you would be, or the thing you wanted is still there. Don't let that cause you anxiety. Our life path is really meant to be curvy and windy and steep, and then sometimes you're coasting downhill, and all of this worry and anxiety can prevent you from getting the clarity that you really need or that you want. And so how do you get this clarity? How do you know if it's a message or if it's just anxiety? We're going to just take a little step over to the side here and plug in the computer. There we go. I noticed I had 5%. Anyway, so is it a message or is it anxiety? Out of anxiety, there's usually a deeper message, and that message usually comes after you're surrendering and letting go of the very thing that you think is bothering you. So the biggest thing you worry about, maybe you worry about not getting the end result. Maybe you worry about how your spouse will react if you decide to change careers, or if you decide to move in a different direction, or if you sign up for that spiritual class and you want to become an angel card reader. How will your family feel? Sometimes the worry, the anxiety is between the idea and then what will others think. That can be stopping you. So then you're over here. Well, this person will feel this and this person will feel this. And before you know it, you've gone round and round in an anxiety-filled and the air element in the mind. Then the body shuts down. Then you don't sign up for the class, or maybe you don't start working on your dream. So when you have the anxiety, using your tools, I love the mornings for the most clarity. I also love the moments in waking up. Those are when I can get a lot of clarity, but it happens really fast. So if in the morning you could take just a few moments and say, angels, what are my dreams? Am I on the right track? Show me today how to be my best self, to move in the direction of my dream. And it will usually include visions and feelings. And you might feel like, well, my dream's too far off, but maybe I should sign up for that tarot class that I wanted to take. Maybe I should sign up for that yoga teacher training, or maybe I should at least get my resume together so I can, change careers. And those are the steps that you need to take. Those are the messages of clarity. Usually it's not going to be, well, your spouse is going to ABC, or your friends are not going to approve. All of that is anxiety and fear. The people in your life are not likely to leave you or, disappear just because you start reading cards or you start, moving in a different direction. It's best not to tell anyone, because then you're selling your dream to someone else. In the steps of, say, taking your tarot class or taking your yoga class or moving in this direction, so many more things will be revealed to you. So it's skip the worry, do the thing, and ask your angels to help you move in that direction faster. So sign up for the class, put your resume out there, make that change. Start just, if you go on an interview, you could interview 5 interviews and not accept any of the offers. You don't have to make the change, but moving in the direction will build your confidence and help you lessen your anxiety. There's less anxiety after action. And if you're really frozen, journaling and meditation, but ask yourself the questions. How's my life dream doing? You don't have to get there tomorrow, but your lessons along the way are so, so important. Maybe you went through a lot of time where you felt like a failure. And now you're like, okay, I want to move in the direction of my dreams. How do I do that? You do that one step at a time by creating balance. So Archangel Zadkiel is the angel of balance, self-compassion, forgiveness. He's also the angel that helps with new studies. So he helps with focus. And so does Archangel Metatron, helps clear your system for, helps reset your entire chakra system. So it's Archangel Metatron who helps reset your nervous system, and Archangel Zadkiel that helps you have balance and compassion and forgiveness of yourself and others. Archangel Zadkiel will help you find the perfect timing. You're not going to miss the bigger messages. You just don't always want to be in the position to where things have to fall apart. And then the universe, for that term, if you don't do it, the universe will push you. You don't want to always be waiting for the universe to push you. By then, it's super stressful and you kind of don't know what you're doing. It's better to work with yourself to move in the direction of your dreams. And knowing that all the excessive thoughts are simply fear of what will happen if you take the step. Just one step at a time, then you can take another step. But if you don't take the steps, if you don't do the things, these are just examples. If you don't look into a different career, or you don't take that new art class that you think could help you start a different type of career, or if you don't do the tarot class, for an example, you will constantly be feeling like you're missing something. And when you're missing something, you can never feel whole. So it's Is this a message or anxiety? If the thought is still there that you need to move in a different direction, you can test. Hey, make a decision, do the thing, then make another. Your intuition is a big part of this. And your angels, when you call upon them, they help amp up your intuition. They help you feel and know for sure what's right for you. And the world's changing, right? The old ideas, our old rules are changing. And the best thing you can do is make sure you're moving in a direction that is appropriate and happy for you. What needs to happen along the way will happen. You don't have to force or control or worry and push in a way that is fearful, right? So you want to move in the direction. Speaking of a tarot class, I took the tarot classes. I even took one that they don't do anymore, but it was with Radley Valentine of Hay House. And I use all of his card decks. So, I was so afraid to be a card reader. They're so afraid of what my kids would, their title would be if their mom was a psychic reader. What would my friends think? Yet I was practicing in private. I was reading books. I was doing crystal healing. I already had a different set of cards. And when I went to see Radley Valentine in person in 2015, I was terrified to be in person and study the thing that I loved more than anything. I was so magnetized and happy when I was studying and reading and learning about tarot. None of it felt scary, but I was afraid of what might others think if I really went all in with this. And it was after I met Radley Valentine that I said, oh my goodness, I was in the classes. The classes were so easy and so enlightening for me that I knew at that time it was time to come out and move forward. But what a weird thing. I think I took like 3 of their classes. I took the advanced and, every class they put out, I would go redo them because I loved the knowledge and I loved how I felt. When you're calling on your angels, when you're working with spirit, it's a whole different calling. It's a whole different lessening of anxiety. Yet there was that gap, right? So the thoughts and the worry. But when I did the thing, I felt like a big warm hug from my angels. I felt free and I felt happy and it was effortless and flowing. I was studying, but it just was fulfilling. So do the thing that you want to do, because if you feel good while you're doing it, or if it ignites your passion, that is not the end. It will lead to another class, another book, another practice. It will attract a certain clientele that you're supposed to help, depending on your life experiences. There's so much more than just taking that first step, but it's revealed step by step. So how do you manage your anxiety? Archangel Michael, please help me release the fear and fill me with courage to move forward like a fearless angel right now. Thank you. It is so. That is the biggest thing, is let go of the fear, the thoughts, they're in the mind. Use your crystals or tools, anything that brings you joy. Hold them, because this is very grounding when we have things in our hands. I love a dark crystal for anxiety and fear and a light crystal for bringing in light. You could use a rock from outside if you don't have crystals, because they're part of the earth. So it's an inhale and an exhale. And take a deep breath, lower your shoulders, right? And Archangel Michael, I ask you to release the fear, fearful thoughts out of my mind right now. Thank you. It is so. Please show me the next right move. Please help me move toward my dreams right now. And you'll see those visions. They're there. They're fast and soft. But if you have an idea that seems like so crazy, like do something like an art class, or do this, maybe you want to learn a different language, you have no idea why, those are indicators of pieces of your life calling that you will use to help yourself and others. So I used Angel Tarot to help myself through some very difficult times. And, during, the last 20 years, angel cards are predictive. They can help you see the future, but they help you heal right now, and they help you get the clarity that you need now. And that's what you need. You need the clarity now. A lot of people want readings of what is my future. Your future has possibilities. Your angels will show you many possibilities. But you can't just leap there. They're going to give you each little step to build you for maybe even something greater than what you think your end result is. So if you're not where you think you should be or where you had planned, know that it was part of the divine plan. Know that you still have the capability to create your biggest life dream. You have that ability. The more experience you have, the faster divine intervention can happen. If you feel like you missed a few things or you made a few wrong decisions, that pain and that worry can move you in the right direction. But you want to hopefully kind of separate the mind thoughts that are worrisome with the heart and the dream, and always move in that direction. I know I'm making it sound really simple, and in so many ways, it is simple. The messages that come in are simple. Your emotions, your fear, anxiety can be related to programmed fears from your childhood. You can have anxiety because maybe you feel like you failed. There's a lot of reasons for anxiety, but if you can get rid of the mental thoughts that are around, well, if I do this or if I do that, how will this person react? If it involves other people, those are anxiety thoughts that are keeping you from doing what you need to do right now. So it moves you closer to your dream, but maybe right now you need to get your health in check. Maybe during the world shutdown, you picked up some bad habits and you're not feeling well. See, it's not about weight gain. It's how do you feel right now? Are you at your best? Your angels may say, oh yeah, I'm going to start that Tai Chi program that I wanted to do. And that leads you to better health, more clarity. And then before you know it, you're taking bigger steps to move in the direction of your dreams. And everything that you do that's health, wellness, and spiritual related helps you calm that anxiety, and the clarity comes more and more and more. So, is it a message or anxiety? Anxiety are the thoughts of what if and if I do, and oh my gosh, and what will they think? Throw those out and then do the thing that's right behind it that you're dreaming of doing, even if you don't know what it means. That's your next turn. That's your next right thing to do for your lessons, so that you can get to where you want to go. And where you want to go could be different than where you end up, but where you end up will be the most powerful and magical place you could ever be if you're just willing to take the lessons and be on the journey, but moving in that direction. Bigger things will happen and your end result will be better than before. You might go through some hard times, but those hard times don't last forever. And there's more spiritual magic available now than ever before. So the angels still want us to ask for their help. They want to help you. You don't have to be a specific religion or have any belief. When you call on your guardian angels or invoke the archangels, they come in a moment's notice and they send signs through numbers, messages, visions, and feelings, and thoughts and inspiration. So it happens immediately. And that's why most of us miss those messages. And if you can set up a time of day where you can channel, ask those questions, release your anxiety, and see what you feel and hear, those are the bigger lessons, and everybody has the ability to do this. One of my favorite things to do is to close my eyes, or I write a question on paper. So if you're newer, sometimes writing your question on paper, angels, what next right move do I need to do to help my anxiety? Right. And then I write it on paper when I'm really feeling kind of anxietied out. And I'll fold it and I'll put it in my hands, or I'll put it under a candle. I always have a candle burning when I do my spiritual practice. That's just what connects me to the other realms. And I do make these fearless angel candles, but I'll slide the paper under my candle, and then I'll close my eyes and envision a blank movie screen. And I'll ask for visions to go on there. Now, sometimes you won't see a vision right when you start this, but you might hear messages. So that's clear audience. You're hearing ideas. Sometimes you'll see like a vision of like a place to go, mountains, or, maybe you see Hawaii. Maybe that means just get near the water to, clear your mind. Maybe it's not exactly Hawaii that you need to go to. If you can, I would, but maybe it's get near the water. Even taking a bath counts as water. That water is what you need to help take that vision, or maybe clear yourself and find more clarity, and then move in a different direction, or the direction that you need to go. So that's an easy practice. It's a little hard when you envision a movie screen, you close your eyes, you have your question, envision a movie screen, and then you're waiting, right? But if you can just see what happens in those first few seconds, there is something there. There is a message. Now, I'm sure at this point in the show, I'm pretty sure the phone lines will be open, and I have the number for you, which I have in my notes. I didn't write it down today. So the number to call in, let me see. All right. Nope, I don't have the number right now, but let's see. That's a different one. I have other things in here, to other phone numbers I think I have it under Zoom. Here we go. All right, meeting ID. Let me see if I can find you. And thank you. We've got it put up in the messenger here on Zoom. The number to call in if you'd like a free reading is 844-390-8255. That's 844-390-8255. That is also my Facebook page from last week. The number is there. I believe it's the same every week. You can call in and get a free angel card reading today. Don't wait till the end of the show if you're listening, because then you might run out of time. Right? Don't wait. Don't let your anxiety stop you from calling in. Make that call right now and get your free angel reading. And I will pull some cards for the collective. It is December. It's a very powerful time for letting go, finding clarity. The world, I almost said the world is coming to an end. Oh my gosh. I hope you're laughing with me. The year is coming to an end, and it's time to kind of close out and review where you've been and set your mind and intentions on where you want to go. Intentions are super important. When you're having anxiety, come back to intentions. I set intentions every day. I have a journal that I keep my intentions in. I have the bigger dreams and bigger intentions every day. So intentions help with anxiety. You can come back to your journal and look, what are my intentions? Oh, peaceful life. Okay, what are my intentions? Oh, create life-changing products. That's actually one of my intentions. Okay, make more candles. That's an intention. Let's see. So when you have your intentions in a space where you come to every single day, the space programs with energy that becomes like your manifesting portal. So if you can take a 5-minute practice and create a journal for your dreams and what you desire. Do it every single day. You can do it super fast. If you are worried about becoming late for work, set a timer. My biggest pitfall is in the morning. Once I start talking to spirit and writing my goals, I could be here till tomorrow. It is my secret sauce for feeling good. And I love receiving messages from angels. And they come so fast for me. I light my candle every single morning, which is always on my Instagram, Shelly Marie 888. And then I pull at least one card. That's where I get into trouble, because then I'm pulling cards and I'm writing more and I'm dreaming, but I need to get out the door too. So if you can start this morning practice and you have to get out the door at a certain time, set a timer. And then you can say, wow, in only 10 minutes, I dreamed this. I intended this. My intentions for the day are this. And angels, help me follow through with these intentions right now. Thank you. It is so. It is a game changer, because what you're doing is you're contacting the angelic realms, and the magic starts immediately. Your aura, your soul, your chakra system starts programming itself for the things that you desire, and it will attract things to you. And if you've called on your angels, that's like having glitter on top of, the cake. That's the final touch, the magic, the healing. I call it like the fast track, because your angels are an extra amplifier, powerful force. They all have different healing capabilities, but they do come in a moment's notice, and they help you just move forward when you think you can't. So I love a quick morning practice. I do it every single day. And let's pull some cards. So it's December, because the year is coming to an end. Let's see. Let's pull at least 3 cards. Well, it's Archangel Gabriel with your passion and your awakening. This is the card I call the headstand card, because you need a new perception. The old perception is not working. Maybe you feel so far off from where you thought you'd be that you feel like you're hanging upside down. But this gives you an opportunity to look at things differently and find your authentic self. Sometimes when things don't work out and you're not where you think you should have been, that gives you an opportunity to be your authentic self. Archangel Gabriel is the angel of the second chakra. Second chakra is where our ovaries are located if you're female, right? Same area if you're male, just without the ovaries. And that's your house of creation. That's where you birth your next chapter, so to speak. Archangel Gabriel helps with communication, passion, getting your message out into the world. He was part of the Annunciation. He has his trumpet of, announcements and good news, and he will very clearly announce to you what your next move is. He may ask you to, or help you write a book. If you've wanted to write a book, he'll give you the outline for it. And the color is orange. So when Archangel Gabriel is present, I visualize the color orange, and you can do this real quick. I put a ball of orange light around me. I ask that Archangel Gabriel help me with my passion, with creating my next chapter, and to help me fearlessly put my message out into the world, or fearlessly move in the direction of those intentions that I set in the morning. Archangel Gabriel is so powerful. He can help you break out of what you feel like you're standing still in. He can help you move forward with your passion and optimism. Archangel Gabriel also helps women who are needing to or wanting to conceive or expand their family. He works closely with Mother Mary. So if you are a mother who wants to conceive more or have had any losses of children or miscarriages, this angel works to help you heal the emotional trauma that happens and ignite that second chakra with pure orange light. So I visualize an orange light surrounding my body. And in that second chakra, Archangel Gabriel, help me bring my passion into the world. Let me be filled with passion. Let me be creative and be happy and just move in the direction of something bigger. That is this angel so powerful. If you're an actor, if you want to write a blog, if you want to start a YouTube channel, an Instagram account, TikTok, this angel is the one for that. He helps you with that creative side of you. My new thing is, I'm writing the next chapter with a plot twist. I want the plot twist because one is coming anyway, and at least I want to make it fun. It's okay when things don't work out or if you get thrown off. If you're managing your anxiety, you're working on your spiritual practice, you're using your tools, you will have so much more to work with when those uncertain things happen in your life. And so for the end of the year, the card number 2 is this. Oh, it's unity. It's Archangel Sandalphon. So unity is this card is bringing all of the different healing modalities together so that if you have, say, a religious background and you're like, oh, I don't know about this intention and angel thing. Archangel Sandalphon says traditional viewpoints or methods, spiritual organizations, right? And it says seek out mentors, and like-minded friends. A mentor can help you, or a psychic reading from someone like me can help you blend your traditional beliefs with your spiritual beliefs. So when I see this card, there's lots of different symbols here on this card that says it's okay to blend. And that's what we're doing most of the time anyways. We're blending the physical with the spiritual and the different parts of the healing modalities. That is just the absolute best way to go because you're not limiting yourself to one modality. Archangel Sandalphon is also the angel of music. And I always kind of laugh when I see this because when I say music, I mean it is party time. This angel will help you listen to the music of your choice that uplifts your mood. And when you do that, if you can just remember, Archangel Sandalphon, angel of music, please escalate my prayers, my intentions to the angelic realms right now. Thank you. It is so. So this is the angel that helps escalate your intentions, escalate your desires through musical tones. Now, this could be crystal healing, the crystal bowls. It can be meditation music. It can be hip hop music, because when you raise your vibe and then focus on your intentions, it does send them up faster. And music is such, an ancient practice, music and dancing. I always got to say that, Archangel Gabriel and Sandalphon, the creative music, right? And through creation, you should be moving your body in some kind of way. And Archangel Sandalphon will help you channel some, you can even get deep spiritual messages from some of the meditation music. When I did yoga teacher training in 2012, I listened to a lot of ancient healing tones. And I did extract a lot of messages. I got in contact with the gods and goddesses, a lot of Eastern gods and goddesses, along with my angels. And I was so shocked by that I didn't expect. And I didn't think that I was allowed to interact with those gods and goddesses. But one of those gods that came through was Ganesh, which is the remover of obstacles. And I kept thinking, is this real? I had this vision. I was feeling a presence. I was reading about the gods and goddesses. I was studying the Yoga Sutras, which I found so incredibly enlightening. I would read every line, and they're so intense. I like to say that I read them, studied them would be a whole different level, but I learned some life-changing modalities and thought processes from the Yoga Sutras that really helped me till this day. So my favorite quote is, as the mind, so the man. Bondage or liberation are in your own mind. That is was straight to me. I felt like from Patanjali, that's the book, the name of the book that I read that has a Yoga Sutras. To me, I felt like that was for me because I had so much mental worry. I had so much uncertainty that my mind was either going to bound me from moving forward out of fear, or it was going to liberate me and move in the direction through the messages I was being given. And remember, this was 2012. I go through the training. I didn't come out of the spiritual closet until 2015, until after I met Radley Valentine. And that was still a few years. And here I'd been already taking the classes and cards and lots of healing modalities way before yoga teacher training. But that step in the yoga teacher training helped me combine real life with my breath, with my body, and with the chakra system. It fully ignited a total integration and gave me a whole new perspective and gods and goddesses to work with. And they feel very different than angels. And maybe I can do a show on that. And they're super kind. And, there are some very powerful ones that I worked with. And it was completely such an authentic experience that I love it. And now I have cards that are gods and goddesses. So when I'm asking you to let go of your fear and say, what's the message out of this anxiety? Do that one thing. I didn't know that yoga teacher training I'm not a yoga teacher. I mean, I teach yoga for visualization and chakra clearing and stress reduction in sessions, but I'm not the yoga teacher out in the world. I could be if I had to, but it was not my calling. I was meant to be there for a whole nother reason. And I worried, of course, that I was not like all these other cool women who were learning and putting together classes. I mean, I just thought a lot of them were so good at teaching yoga. And I wasn't, because I kept seeing energy. I kept seeing the heart chakra, and I kept thinking, oh, this person needs a heart opening. And it would throw me off of my sequence that I should be teaching. So anyway, these classes, these courses, these ideas that you have, just do those and see if you can release the anxiety of what if I do them? Because there is a bigger message. So the last card we have, I love this one. You're going to love it because it's gifts of money. It's 6 of earth. Earth are your material things. It's green. It's the heart chakra. So check your self-love, because every time I see green and the earth, yes, it's our material things, which technically could be like our root chakra, money, our house, our cars, keeping ourselves safe. But the heart chakra's got to be open to receive the gifts of money, to have a new career opportunity. Maybe that's why I was talking about career, a new career opportunity, gifts of money, receiving a loan or paying off debt. So ask your angels, hey, angels, is it possible? No, not is it possible. Angels, help me pay off all of my debt by the end of this year. Thank you. It is so. Another invocation I use is from a book called The One Command, and it goes something like this. It says, I don't know how, but I am debt-free right now. Thank you. It is so. So it's like, I don't know how this happens. I ask for it to happen in divine timing right now, and then you release it. But you're putting the intention that you believe it is possible from known and unknown sources. So 6 of earth is the money card. It's a windfall of money. It's paying off debt. It's a huge loan that you get to fund some kind of dream that you're doing. Maybe you need somebody, I think, is going to move to like another state, and they need some kind of a loan or their home to close. That will happen if that person is listening by the end of the show. It's a very great card. So we have your awakening, your creativity, move in the passions, Don't worry about other people so much. We have music and Archangel Sandalphon and learning and building your spiritual practice in the morning. Write your intentions every morning on any paper and review them. Light a candle if you have one. You can get my Fearless Angel candles on my website, which is shelleymarie.net. You can book a session with me, an angel session through that as well. You can see me every day on Instagram at shelleymarie888. I'm there doing stories. I share a big part of my day with you so you can see how I blend real life with spirituality. And take a deep breath. And as this month wraps up, know that the portals of manifesting are open, available. The angels will fast track everything. They will show you, they love you. It's a natural thing for you to invoke your spiritual angels, your spiritual team. And as soon as you ask, they need permission. Once you ask, they do appear. So thank you for joining me. I will be here every Friday at 12 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, and I'll be taking calls to do free readings on some shows. I'll look for some guests every now and then who have maybe a spiritual background or something they got through using spirituality. But if you message me on Instagram, let me know what you're interested in, and I will do my best to deliver that. With it being December, it's a great time to learn and practice the art of surrender, letting everything go, then set your intentions, call upon your angels, get to know your spiritual self. The world is changing, and I believe we can manifest faster than ever because we're moving away from the old rules of having to do what society expects you to do. So it's changing. And this is a time that you can find a lot of internal power and healing and magic within. And within contains your soul and your spiritual team and your connection outward. So thank you for being here every Friday at 12 noon Pacific Standard Time. Leave a message on my Facebook page. You can see me every day on Instagram, shelleymarie888, and I will talk to you next week. Thank you. Have a great day.